welcome to today's series. We're going to be using 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have 2 yoga blocks, get 2 recipe books or something that's nice and thick, because we're going to be changing the direction of these to enhance what we do. So once you get those, we're just going to lie them out onto your mat like that, and we're going to start moving. There's a lot of sun, so Bear's going to enjoy the sun while we move. So you're going to come and take a lie down onto your front today. So we're just going to start with a little warm up of your upper back. So as you lie through, just move the blocks to begin with so that your arms can come just in the center. Be sure to have some space so that as you peel your chest up, you're going to be able to slide your arms towards your mat and then sliding your arms away. Again, peel the front of the chest up, nice support from your hands coming in, your shoulders are lowering down towards your back body, and then sliding forward. So we'll do that one more time as you peel the front of the chest up, draw those hands in towards you, and then back towards the ground. So we're going to add on to our movement. So as you come up again, we're going to hold the shape of your upper body. So your lower ribs are in contact. You're going to lift your left arm up and take it to the outside of the block, and then lift your right arm and take it to the outside, and then place your left hand in the center, and then your right hand, and then lowering yourself back to the mat. We'll repeat that peeling up. This time start with the right hand lifting up and to the side, and then the left to the up and side, and then right arm comes in the middle, and then left arm comes in the middle, and then bringing yourself down. From here, we're going to peel up again. This time you take your left arm to the outside of the block, and then take your right hand towards your left. And then into the center we go, right, left, and then take it to the outside of the block on the right, and then left arm reaches across. Back to the middle with both, and then lowering yourself back down again. So we're going to continue with the series, changing the position of the block. So you're now going to bring the block up onto its next angle. So if you need to, you can always widen the blocks or narrow the blocks. And we start again. We're just going to do the arm work. So we peel the top of the head up, and then stabilizing through one hand and shoulder as you move the opposite arm out. So that's left arm open, right arm open, left arm in, right arm in, and then down we come. And repeating, peeling the top of the chest, and then raising right arm out, left arm open. Right hand comes back in, left hand in, and then we're down. And then we're going to come up again, and one more time we go to the width of the left. Take the right hand over with you. You'll see there's a little twist in your spine. Through the center, one after the other, and then over to the right and tapping your hands. Back to the center line, and down you come. Now, as we progress, if this is not working for you, you stay at the level that was best. Otherwise, we're going to flip the blocks into their highest shape. And then we're repeating. So same set, coming up, hold the space, raise the arm all the way up and over your block, and rise and lower. So getting the range of movement is quite enjoyable for your shoulders. But if you're one of those people who doesn't like it so much, again, coming up and taking right arm out and left, and then coming in through the center. Always just listen to what your body is telling you. And coming up, we're taking it over to the left side with both hands. Start left, peel over to touch right, back to the middles, and then over towards the right, and tapping the hand through there. And then back to the center, and then down we come through the body. Take yourself into a 4-point kneeling shape from here, and let's bring your blocks so that you've got your right hand under the block or on the block, and your left knee. So that means that your 2 sides are slightly imbalanced. So we're going to keep your toes in a tuck position onto the ground. They're not leaving the floor just yet. And we're going to bring our left hand up away from the floor so that our shoulders are balanced and our hands are on the same line. And then lower your left hand down. And repeat, left arm coming up so the 2 sides are level, and then back down. And we'll just do that one more time to get the organization. and then lower. Keep the hands as they are, and we're going to do the same movement through the legs. So your right knee is going to hover up to match that of the left and bringing it down. And repeating, knee to travel and to lower. And last time as we bring that knee up and taking it down. Now at the same time, your knee and your hand are going to lift and lower. So there's a lot of work in the stabilizing arm and the stabilizing hip and just moving your trunk around your spine. Last one, holding the position here. Let's slide the arm and the leg out and away from each other. They both stay away from the ground as they travel in and as they lengthen out and travel in and reach open. One more time, and we'll hold the length of your arm and your leg, and then flick your left toes away from the ground. So now we only have the balance of your knee and your hand. Let's fold the arm and the leg and reach and fold and reach. And we have one more like that, and then stretch it all out, and then toes to the ground and hands to the ground. All right, we're going to switch them over. So left hand will get the block, right knee will get the block. And remember, your setup is always key. We want to ensure that you have got your hand placement under the shoulder line and your knees underneath the hip line. So when you're ready, we begin with the right arm, just hovering it up, feeling the shoulders level, and then lowering it down. So this rotational movement is really good. It's important for every sort of movement we do, whether it be walking or sporting. And then lowering down, we're going to pick up the left knee to the hover height of the right and down. Remember this one, you're going to probably want to lift your toes. Keep your toes firmly on the ground. Even if you can't bend your toes backward, at least keep the tops of your feet touching onto the mat for now. And then we're going to do the two at the same time. So you'll feel everything coming to center line and then everything dipping down. And you may experience one side feels more comfortable than the other when your hand and knee are on the ground. Hold your next one up. And from here, we're going to slide arm and leg out and then bringing them in. So you're keeping the steadiness in your left arm and in your right hip. That's number 3. Hold it, and then we're going to take your toes away from the ground and then do the same action. Fold and lengthen, and 2, and then one more time, 3, and then lowering everything back to the floor. From here, we're just going to need one block for now. If you've got bigger feet, you can always put them stacked one on top of each other, or in front of each other. And we're going to make our way up into standing. So as we do, we'll place a right foot onto the block surface and just having the left leg next to the right. So you'll see your right knee is bent and your left leg is straight. And then from there, we're going to hover the left leg away from the floor. Pull your toes up towards you as though you were mimicking standing on a block next to the right. And then lowering yourself down. And again, bringing yourself up and taking yourself down. So there's a transfer of weight from your left leg over to your right, which means your body weight will move to the right side, but you're keeping the height of your pelvis balanced. So you don't want to hitch a hip up into the air. On this next one, we're going to stay where we are. You can do whatever you want with your hands, by the way, and we're going to float your left knee towards you and then lower it down as though it was just sitting next to the right. And again, bringing your knee up and taking your leg down. And then one more time, bring the knee up and take it down. From here, we're going to send the leg back behind you. I like to put hands onto the hips. And you're going to bend into your right leg and lengthen that left leg back behind you. Transfer yourself into an upright position and fold your left knee forward. So you're going to lengthen the leg back behind you, allow for a right knee bend, stretch the left leg back, and then travel it forward. So nice and controlled. The slower you can go in this movement, the more controlled. If you're too wild and vigorous, then you're just going to be using muscles that are more global and, ones that are not doing the really intricate work, and then resting all the way down from there. So we're going to switch our feet over. Left foot is on, right foot is next to it. And then again, just pressing up to stand on the left leg. So you may notice there's a little bit of wobbling that happens at the ankle joint, and that's really just information going to your body, trying to figure out, am I stable? What more do I need to use? What less do I need to use? We're incredibly intelligent, don't underestimate you. From here, we pause, we hold the position, so a lot of strength work here on the standing side, and then pull your knee up and then lower your leg down. So when you bend your knee, you don't want to roll the pelvis and tilt your body backward. You want to be standing on the left leg. The leg should be living under the pelvis. The pelvis should not be rolled backwards. And one more time like that. Now, hands to hips if that's comfortable. Start to press the leg behind you and bend into the left leg. And then traveling the right knee all the way through and up. And then we do the same, stretching it out and back. And just trying to keep your head and your tail in a nice balanced position. Last time, as we lengthen and stretch all the way back behind you. And then coming all the way back in, lower your foot down. And then the other side. All right, to finish off, we're going to do a little set of squats. So we've got both feet again onto the blocks. So let's flip that over. A little bit particular with the things that I like to do. So we're going to start with our feet nice and broad. So we've got a big gap between the two, and we're going to sit ourselves back, our bottom towards the back of the room, our hands towards the front of the room, and then standing up nice and tall. I'm just working in a set of 3, so if you enjoy this video, you're welcome to do more, but sometimes, just getting a taster of a movement is enough. And standing upright. Now, if you've got the ability, we're going to go into the deepest squat. So if you don't have that, keep doing what we just did. So in the deep squat, you're going to start to go down. Your tail is going to roll underneath you, and you'll be as vertical in your upper body as possible, and then push through the power of your legs to stand you up again. So again, the arms can travel forward, the bottom sinks down, and then standing up nice and broad. One more time as we go down through the squat, and then standing yourself all the way up to the top, and then stepping yourself off from there. Well, that's all we've got time for on our yoga blocks today. I hope you enjoy it as a nice little heart rate upper, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite move was. Have a great day.